How much should you charge for YouTube partnerships? In this video, you're going to learn when to start charging for brand deals, the 4 main types of partnerships brands are after with YouTube, the formula for how to calculate your rates, and of course at the end, I'm going to share with you how much I currently charge for brand deals because transparency, right? As always, timestamps are below. Use them if you need them. Let's get into it. When can you start charging for YouTube partnerships? First, let's just say that it's industry standard for creators to get paid. If that's not an industry standard already, let's say that it is moving forward. You deserve to be paid for your work, your platform, your image, your time, your gear, all the things. Now notice that I didn't say,
oh, it's industry standard for YouTubers with X amount of subscribers to get paid.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that all creators, even you, no matter where you're at, you can get paid. Of course, if you have zero experience, you can absolutely do free partnerships in the beginning to build up your experience and confidence with partnerships. But if you're watching this video, my guess is that you're probably at the point where you feel like you should be paid. So let's just say, for the sake of this video, you're ready to get paid. Let's figure that out. Jumping into the 4 types of partnerships brands typically look for on YouTube. We have mentions, integrations, dedicated videos, and shorts. Mentions are typically a shout out style partnership where you talk about the brand for anywhere between 30 to 60 seconds. Integrations are usually anywhere between 90 seconds to 2 minutes long, and usually they're relevant to the video, so that way the integration feels a little bit more natural to the viewer. So if I was doing a video that was like what I eat in a day and the sponsor was HelloFresh, that integration feels pretty natural. That's not always the case, but typically the brand wants them to match. A dedicated video means that the entire video is about the brand or product that the brand sent to you. This could mean the brand is asking you to do a dedicated video teaching people how to use their product. It could be a product review, anything along those lines where the entire video is about that brand or said product. And then of course we have shorts partnerships, which is when a brand wants to sponsor a short. That's pretty much it. In this video, we are actually going to focus on the long form partnership pricing. So we're going to focus on mentions, integrations, and dedicated video prices. As some of you know, this video is part of a series that I'm doing on my channel. The last video in the series we set our Instagram rates. This one we're setting YouTube long form rates. And then in upcoming videos, we're going to be covering YouTube Shorts, TikTok, and more. So if you have any specific questions about partnerships, be sure to ask them in the comments below so that I could answer them in this series. Now let's dive into our formula. This is the formula that we're going to be using today. Average views per video times your recent engagement rate plus contract terms. For the beginning portion of this video, we're actually going to be focusing over here, and we're going to be ignoring this nice glare over here. All right? All right. A quick disclaimer, this formula that we're going over today, it is a suggestion, okay? As of right now, when you do research for like, how much do you charge for brand collaborations? There isn't really a standard or formula out there. That's because every creator is so unique. So each creator's pricing is going to be unique to them. At the end of the day, you're the business owner. You can do whatever the heck you want, charge whatever the heck you want. As a coach, I'm simply offering this as a suggestion for you to use for maybe a starting point. This is the formula and the starting point that I use with my students. So you could take it, leave it, do what you want with it. Okay? Okay. All right, let's start working on this formula. We're gonna jump over to the computer so that you can calculate your average views per video. So to get our average view per video, we're actually going to look at the most recent 16 videos that you've posted. I have a little like example here. So for this example profile, let's say these are the recent 16 videos, and this profile has about 3,000 subscribers. The reason we want to use the most recent 16 videos is because this is typically what brands are probably looking at too. They're looking at your recent performance, how well videos are currently doing. They're likely not going to the oldest videos or the most popular videos and being like, oh my gosh, wow, 5 years ago, this person's video went viral. No, they're looking at your latest performance, and that way they know, okay, based off of current views, average performance, how can we expect a partnership to look like with this person? So let's do this example together. I'm going to zoom in here so I can actually read how many views each videos get. We're going to open up our calculator and we're just going to start adding everything up. So I'm going to add up this, this, and we're just going to go through all 16 and add up all of the views. Now that we've added everything up, we are going to put this number, zoom out a bit, into here, total views. Now, We're going to divide this number by 16 because we used 16 videos for this example. If you don't have 16 videos and you only use like your recent 12 videos, then you would do the recent 12 videos, but we're dividing by 16 because that's how you find the average of something. 585.125. So this number is going to plug in here, and that number is actually our average view per video. You could also round up if you want, so rounding up the 5 here, I'm going to say 585.13. That is our average view per video and the number we're going to plug into our formula. So let's plug this number into our formula. Before we plug this number into our formula, I just want to let you know that I do offer courses that teach content creators and influencers how to develop their personal brand, grow organically on social media, whether it's Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and how to make money while doing it. I recently launched the BSP model, which is a bundle of 9 courses structured in a proven 3-part framework that I call Build, Scale, and Profit. With the strategies that I teach in the BSP model, I've helped students land $10,000 collaborations, get featured on shelves in their local grocery store, work with countless dream brands, and ultimately completely replace their 9-to-5 job with going full-time as a creator, whether that's making money through collabs, affiliate marketing, selling an online course, digital products. So if you're somebody who is in the place where you're able to financially invest into your online education, I do want to present the BSP model as an option because I can 100% confidently say there is nothing else like it out there that exists at all. This is the only thing. It has everything that I wish I had when I started, and it's in order of how to do it so that you can go full time if that's your goal. When you join the BSP model, you also get limited time access to Slack, where you can ask me questions directly in the Slack community Monday through Friday. My team and I are there to help you along your journey. I genuinely love what I do. I love helping creators and influencers grow their brands, help you make money, all the things. And I am so proud of the course bundle that I created, the BSP model. It's honestly one of my biggest accomplishments as an educator. So very proud of it. And I just wanted to let you know, whoever's watching this, that thing exists. Thank you. Come again. All right, because you already have this formula written down, I am going to erase this and plug in the number that we just calculated. For step 2, we need to calculate your recent engagement rate. There is a formula to this, so let me write it down and we'll go over it. For this step, we are going to take your average views per your recent 16 videos, divide it by your subscriber number, and that's going to give you your most recent engagement rate. Continuing with the example from our screen recording, I am going to plug in this number, and let's say this channel has 3,000 subscribers. That means our engagement rate is going to look something like this. To keep it simple, we're just going to round up and say that our engagement rate is 0.2. So let's plug this number into our formula. Now, because of PEMDAS, whatever that thing is that we learned in math in school, whatever, we're gonna do our multiplication first. So we're just gonna focus right here. Take our average video view, our engagement rate, and this is going to give us 117.06. Of course, we're not gonna charge a brand like,
oh, it's gonna be $117.06.
Like, we're not gonna do that. 6 cents? So we're actually going to round up just to keep it simple because we could do whatever the heck we want. We're content creators, what have you. This is now $120. That is sloppy handwriting, so sorry. This number right here is going to be our base rate for how much we charge with an integration style partnership. If you've learned something new so far, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. This tells YouTube that more people like you, more content creators and influencers could find this video helpful. And if you've learned 2 new things by the end of this video, just maybe think about subscribing to my channel so I can continue to make free educational content like this for all of you. Now that you have your base rate for an integration, let's use this number to figure out how much you would charge for a mention and for a dedicated video. It's actually very, very simple. So to calculate how much to charge for a mention, basically what you're going to do is you're going to take this number and divide it by 2. Cutting it in half because a mention is about half the amount of length as an integration. So 120 divided by 2, that means our mention rate is going to be $60. And then simplicity continues because for a dedicated video, we're going to take our integration price and now times it by 2. So our new price for a dedicated video over here would be $240 because 120 times 2, $240. Now I will say for your dedicated video, that price can vary quite a bit because sometimes dedicated video lengths will vary or change depending on what the brand requests. So they might just ask, hey, it's only going to be like a 5-minute video dedicated. I feel like times 2 makes sense for like a little 5-minute review, product review, testimonial. But maybe the brand is requesting, oh, it needs to be over 10 minutes long. You can actually, instead of timesing by 2, you could do by 3, by 4. All depends on the ask that the brand is asking of you. Wow, that was a really smart way to phrase that. This whole time I've been saying base rate. That's because we have to do step 3, which is adding in the other part of our formula. Contract terms are a big deal and something you don't want to forget about because this is the piece that ensures you're getting paid to the dollar value that you're contractually. It's a funny word because you say contract, so you would think it's contractually, but then that sounds so proper. Contractually. Let's try that again. Contract terms are a big deal and something that you don't want to forget about because this is the piece that ensures you're getting paid to the dollar value that you're contractually providing to the brand. Wow, that was a big sentence. That was a big one. You just want to make sure you're getting paid what you're agreeing to. So what are contract terms and how do you calculate them? When doing any sort of partnership, whether it's free or paid, you are likely signing a contract. And if you're not, do it. Sign the contracts because this is going to help protect both parties and keep everybody accountable for what they're promising to provide. Now, before you sign the contract, you want to read through it and actually understand what you're legally agreeing to when you sign it. Because a lot of the times in those contracts, there are things that you should be getting paid for on top of just creating a video. Or there's things in there that you want to negotiate out of the contract. In our last video, calculating your Instagram rates, we went over how much to charge for the following terminology. Deliverables, this is the quantity and type of content that is being asked of you to produce for a brand. Usage rights, which is a term commonly found in contracts that states who owns the deliverables and what they're allowed to do with it while they own them. And exclusivity, which states you are promising not to work with any of their competitors for X amount of time. The good news is everything that we went over in the last video, the steps that I taught, applied to YouTube as well. So you can actually go watch that video to learn more about those terms to calculate them into your YouTube rates. In this video, I wanted to teach some new terms so that it's not like the same information over and over, and teach you some new things that I feel like you could charge extra for, whether it's YouTube videos, Instagram, Reels, TikTok videos, what have you. This is just new contract terms for the series. First up, we have revisions. Revisions are any edits or changes that you have to make to your content after sending the first draft to the brand. So typically what happens after you film a video, you're going to send your content over to the brand for approval to post, and they're going to review it. And it's possible when they review it, they might request you to edit some things or even reshoot. Something that you can do is you can make sure that you agree on the amount of revisions that are included in your price in the contract beforehand. Typically, you include 1 to 2 revisions within your price. That number, 1 to 2, completely up to you to decide. Any additional revisions or reshoots after that, you can charge extra for. And you want to make sure that rate is in the contract. To set this rate for how much to charge extra, you can choose one of 2 options. You could go an hourly rate where you charge X amount of dollars per hour. This is especially helpful if you end up having to refilm an entire segment, or you could go X amount of dollars per new draft that they're requesting. By new draft, I simply mean if they are like,
okay, can you fix this text here, fix this new voiceover, and then add in a shot of our website sales page.
Those are 3 revisions, but they would all be applied to one draft that you give them. So it's like, okay, it's one group of revisions, X amount per new draft that you send them. Another thing you could charge extra for is a rushed turnaround. This is how quickly the brand wants the content delivered and posted by. How do you charge for a rushed turnaround? What is considered rushed or expedited turnaround? Typically for short form content, they want you to create, edit, and post the content within 10 days. For long form content, they want you to create, edit, and post that video within 2 weeks. How do you charge for this? You can actually add anywhere between 50 to 200% of your base rate. For example, let's say summer has just begun and Bath & Body Works reaches out to you. They want you to post about their summer sale that's going to be happening all summer long. Typically, you charge $120 for an integration, but the brand is requesting a 2-week turnaround. If you add a 50% rush fee, that would be an additional $60, bringing the new total to $180. Of course, you still have to add the usage rights, exclusivity, all the other things, but this is just for the turnaround, rush turnaround. Let's say they actually want it even quicker than 2 weeks. They want you to post it within the next few days, by next week. So this quicker turnaround, you're like,
Oh shoot, I need to charge extra for this rush fee.
you're going to charge a 200% rush turnaround fee. So 120, 200%. That means this is going to be $240 for a rush turnaround. Adding our integration base rate, that brings the new total to $360 for a video with a rush turnaround time. Now, to make your life a bajillion times easier when it comes to brand deals, like organizing your campaigns or getting revisions from a brand in an organized way, reading through your contracts, etc., my team and I use Rella for organizing and keeping track of all of my partnerships and collabs that I'm working on. For full disclosure, I'm actually an advisor for Rella, so I use the platform, and every quarter I give my feedback to the owner, Natalie. Now there's a million reasons I love Rella. Natalie's one of those reasons. She's a YouTuber and creator herself, so she knows what it's like to navigate partnerships and all the things that you have to juggle as a creator. And then she's turned her experience into a software to make it easier for other people who are doing partnerships. So I just love what she's creating. I love supporting other creators and of course, women business owners. Plus, on top of that, Rella's just such an asset for creators to have, especially if you're doing brand deals full time. It just keeps everything mainstreamed in one place. So what is Rella? Rella is a platform that simplifies collaboration and content management so that you can track all the campaigns that you're working on, as well as send, share, and upload content really easily. There's a few features that I personally love. First of all, my favorite is their AI contract uploader. So when you have a contract with a brand, you can upload it here and their AI will parse through all the information within the contract and actually summarize and add it to your campaign. So it'll identify things like exclusivity, usage rights, etc. So if the contract terms section of today's video was maybe a little overwhelming for you, that feature could make that less intimidating because it's going to organize all the information for you and just be like, hey, here's the deliverables. This is what the contract says. This is this. So I think that feature is really, really cool. The other feature that I love is being able to share your content with a brand when it's ready for them to review. So what you could do is when you upload a piece of content to a campaign, you can actually share a preview link to the brand where they could preview that piece of content that you created for them and leave revisions directly in Rella, which makes it so much easier getting revisions from a brand and hearing their feedback in one place instead of email tag. Those are just a few of the features that I think are really, really cool and really helpful for creators. I'll be sure to leave a link in my description that you can use to sign up. There is a 14-day free trial, and if you do end up signing up, the link that I'm sharing is a referral link that I do make commission on. I'm really excited to be an advisor on the Rella team, and yeah, just wanted to let you know about it. At the end of the day, you are the business owner. You can set your own rates and charge literally whatever the heck you want. If you're unsure of what to charge or this formula just isn't clicking with you, it's not showing the number you want to see, you can do what most people do and just pick a random number. Truly, you can. This is just a guide to give you something to try. I'm not saying it's the one and only way. As promised in the beginning, for full transparency, these are the base rates, and then from there, I calculate contract terms. To learn how to calculate for contract terms like usage rights and exclusivity that I mentioned earlier, be sure to check this video out next. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Follow your joy. Bye.